It is time for the return of SheetLoad Rewind, and boy do I have some exciting news to share. I hope you'll stick around, see the cards I'm going to create, and find out more. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If this is your first time to my channel, I hope that by the end of this video, you'll be inspired to click on that subscribe button below and ring the bell for notifications. If you're already a subscriber and regular viewer, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here again. SheetLoad Rewind is a series that I started probably a couple years ago, and I revisit past editions of SheetLoad of cards. Well, I am back after a little hiatus, and big news. Now some of the creative team members are going to join me each month as well. Now who joins me each month will change because this is a more casual team. They can play along when they're able. So instead of using a channel link list to find this month's Rewind cards, you're going to want to check out the playlist in that description box below, and it will also be as an end card at the end of this video. I'm super excited to have these artists joining me each month, and so happy that we'll get to share even more SheetLoad of Cards inspiration with you. Another thing, since the SheetLoad Vault has started, the months that we rewind back to an edition that's in the vault, those will be available for a limited time to non-channel members. So if you're newer to SheetLoad of Cards, you're definitely going to want to follow this series and maybe be able to download some of those past editions you don't already have. Don't forget, if you want access to all of the editions in the vault, which is almost 50, you'll want to become a channel member. It starts as low as $1.99 for the glue stick level membership, and you can find out more information down in that description box below, or click on the join button below this video. This month, we're going to be rewinding back to February of 2023, which this edition will be going into the vault. So make sure, if you haven't yet downloaded this for yourself, that you keep watching, and I'll tell you how you can do that at the end of the video. Sometimes with SheetLoad Rewind, I just make a new set to revisit it. Other times I switch it up a little bit, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. Instead of using 2 pieces of 12 by 12 pattern paper to yield 12 cards, which, let me tell you, this is a great one to build up your stash, or if you like to donate or give away card sets, you're definitely going to want this one. But today, instead of yielding 12 cards, I'm going to show you how you can use a single piece of pattern paper and make 6. So instead of 2 patterns, we will have the same one on each of the card fronts. Another thing I'll be sharing today is another bonus cut file for this edition. Originally, I did have the quarter circle SVG to help members cut that out, and later today I'm going to tell you all about a new sentiment file that I created for you. So again, if you're not yet a member, I hope you'll consider joining. As I get into the process, I will tell you about the products and tools that I'm using today, but as always, if I ever leave you with any questions, feel free to leave those in that comment section below, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Let's get crafty! Before I get to the process, I did want to stop by with a special channel member shout out. I would like to say welcome and thank you to my newest paper trimmer level member, Scrappin' Sweetie's Escape. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you as well to all of my channel members. You help to keep me creating here on YouTube, and the last 2 years of SheetLoad of Cards free for all subscribers. To get started, I'm going to cut my 1 piece of pattern paper just like the cutting guide show. Now there is a special note that piece A, you're going to cut as 1 chunk for now that is 3.5 by 4, and later I'll show you how to cut that down further. The pattern paper I'm using for today's cards came from Hobby Lobby. It is one of their specialty papers. Not only does it have these gorgeous florals, but then there's also that touch of gold foiling. Now, I'm not going to go over all of the steps for today's cards. I'm going to show you some of the basics. I will have the full process video that came out in 2023 with lots of great tips linked down in that description box below. Because I will be making fewer cards than the original 12, half to be exact, I did have to make some changes to the cardstock quantities. For instance, with CS1, I needed 1.5 sheets to get my 6 pieces. For CS2, just 1 full sheet will work and you'll have a little bit left over. And finally, a half sheet or some big scraps will work for CS3. This originally called for 3 4-inch circles that you cut in quarters, but now you only need 2 and then you'll have half of one of those circles left over. For my quarter circles, I used the SVG cut file, and I also made a special sentiment that I'll tell you about a little later on in the video. For the card bases, you'll want 3 full sheets that you cut in half and then fold in half. And although my sketch does call for top fold cards, you could definitely do the book fold card if you want. For my bases, I chose a very light gray. You'll see here compared to the white the difference, and I just thought the gray went better, a little less contrast than with the white. I cut, scored, and folded all 6 of my card bases. Now, while I am using a Scor-Buddy, you could definitely fold these by hand. I just like the nice crisp fold you get when you use a scoring tool. Now I'm going to show you how to turn pattern paper A into the 4 pieces that will be spread from the top to bottom of our larger cardstock mat. Per the printable, we will be cutting this down to 4 pieces that are 1 inch tall. Now, because this piece is exactly 4 inches, you don't want to do what I call generous cuts. Don't cut it over 1 inch, or on that last piece, you'll end up with maybe a 3/4 inch strip instead. I try to center my piece between the markings on the left and right of my cut line. So for that first one, I center it between the 1 inch and the 3 inch and just keep doing that and moving, and then my pieces are pretty even. Once I have that first one cut, I'm going to stack them together, and then as I cut each of the remaining pieces, I stack them together and offset them, so later it's easy to grab what should go on a single card front. When I go to put these pieces onto the cardstock mat, I do go ahead and lay them out on my work surface in the correct order so the pattern looks correct, and then I start adhering them. The first thing I do is put the top one on, and it gets adhered flush with the top and then centered left to right. Then I go down to the bottom one doing the same thing, and now for the last 2 pieces that go on the inside, I try to put them about 1/8 of an inch away from the first pieces that I set down, and you'll see here that there is an extra gap between the middle pattern papers, and that is part of the sketch. Once those are put together, they go onto the card base, centered left to right, and then the top and bottom of your cardstock mat should be flush with the top and bottom of the card base. Off camera, I added pattern paper piece B to its cardstock mat, which I forgot to mention for these cards. I used Tailored Expressions Mulled Wine. And now to put this onto the card, you can definitely switch it left, right, center, but I am going to go with what the sketch shows and put that piece more toward the right side. There's that larger gap on the left that you can add a few gems or enamel dots to. Here's a look at the 6 cards so far, and now I need to add the focal point. I did cut all of mine before I got started off camera using my silhouette. I cut the quarter circle out of vellum, and then I cut the sentiment out of a gold foil cardstock to match the foiling on the pattern paper. The quarter circle SVG was an original bonus cut file for this edition, and for today I have made another bonus, a surprise, of this high word. I did create 2 versions, both of them with shadows, and to get a hold of these you do need to be a channel member, and later this morning over on the membership tab you'll want to look for an image or a graphic that looks like the one on screen now. It will have links to the SVG and PNG files for the high word, and I also will relink that quarter circle so it's easy for you to find. Since I am using vellum instead of cardstock for my quarter circle, I do want to add the sentiment first, and I'm using some liquid glue, and this way when I go to add the piece to my card front, I'll know exactly where on that vellum I can add the adhesive so it doesn't show through to the front. To finish the cards off, I added a trio of gold pearls, and here are some close-up looks at the finished cards. I hope you enjoyed this SheetLoad rewind to February 2023. If you did, as always, a thumbs up is appreciated. Now let me tell you how you can download the printable if you don't yet have it. If you haven't yet downloaded the February 2023 SheetLoad of cards, as I mentioned before, it will be free to all subscribers for another month. After that, it will go into the vault and all channel members will still have access. You're going to find the PDF link down in the description box right below my P.O. Box address. Underneath the link, it will say to watch the video for a password, but you watching this far is your password. Don't forget to go see what the rest of the SheetLoad Rewind team created by using the playlist in the description box or here as an end card in a few seconds. Until my next video, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch all the way to the end of the video. I hope now you'll consider clicking on one of the videos or playlists I have linked above. And if you are interested in any of the products or tools I used in today's video, I do have some links in the description box below.